So I'm down here on the trusty old treadmill, got the ponytail on top of the head, treadmill at the ready, going for a run, well, walk and run. So far my fastest has been, I think, or farthest I guess I should say, fastest is 6 miles an hour, farthest 2.5 I think. So yeah, 2.5 miles, which is I think for almost 4 kilometers. So I want to get to 5 and I need to run the whole thing. So we'll see how that goes. But any tips any runners have out there to give me, please, I'm all ears. I need as much help as I can get. So wish me luck. So I just finished my run and I'm happy to say I got my farthest I've ever gone. I did 2.52 miles in 30 minutes, so that's pretty awesome for me. And I'm tired and I'm rolling out and I can't wait for supper. And yeah, just excited when I can run a little bit more. My hip was bugging me, so I'll definitely be looking at doing a good stretch after as well and doing more strengthening exercises this coming week to get my body strengthened. But I felt really good, and it's moments like this, like where you just remember that you're working hard towards something, that just remind you why hard work is so important. And this is a lot of fun to do. So it's worth it. It's worth the tired, sweaty mess afterwards. Hi everybody, it's Marnie. Welcome to number 2 installment of Positively You Projects, A Journey with Marnie. I just wanted to say a big thanks first for all of the support and just all of the stories and the messages from people from my first video. Just was so well received, and I feel really, truly blessed for such positivity to come out of this, because I'm trying to create awareness, and it brought a lot of awareness to me as well for people I've known my whole life saying, hey, you know, I had this happen, and things that I wish I would have known before to make our conversations when we were going through these things at the same time and not knowing so much more meaningful. So anyway, so I found a project a while ago on YouTube, and I did not make this project. I did not come up with this idea, so I'm not stealing it. I'm just pointing it out. And it was, this girl was saying for every day of the year, she was crocheting a square based on how the day went. So whether it's like how you felt that day or events that day or whatever, you color code it based on the day. So I decided to choose the opposite ends of the spectrum and then the colors in between. And the one I decided to use for the lowest end, for when you have a really not so good day, was a dark gray. But even in there's little specks of silver, because even on days that just feel horrible, you always have a silver lining. So this was my dark one, and you can see the little silver specks in it, hopefully. And then I decided to choose for like a day that just felt awesome, and there was just lots of great things that happened. It doesn't have to be like the best day ever, it was a really good day where you just felt really happy about the day. I decided to choose rainbow yarn, and I ran out of lots of my rainbow yarn already, so I got another one. So it's like an example. What this is doing for me is showing some things about what it's like having depression and anxiety. On Sunday, beginning my week, this was the one that I finished the day with. I had a great Sunday, and I was just so happy, and I was like, yeah, for sure, rainbow yarn day. So that was a square. And I can go from being at that end of the spectrum to the very next day, the lowest end of the spectrum. Basically, just in a nutshell, what happened was I ended up in a situation doing something where I was really uncomfortable. I wasn't forced to do something. I was asked to do something, and decided yes, I would help and do this. And I started feeling my anxiety rising. It was just like, it's like a clenching feeling where you just feel like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I feel anxious. And as I continued to do it, my anxiety got higher and higher and higher, to the point where I, just by the end of it, I was just so worked up. The whole way home I cried. And the whole night was just me spewing out my emotion, because I was so worked up over everything. I was just crying and upset, and then then it went higher and higher and higher, and then just dropped, and I basically was in a depression for the rest of the night and even into the next morning. And so that's how you can go from this to this because of a mental illness. But I finally decided to be honest with people involved in this situation, to say, this is how I felt yesterday, this is what happened, this is why, and I need your assistance. I really need your help so that I can make this not happen and be able to do these tasks without feeling this anxiousness, that will set me off that way. And in the past, I never did that. I used to never tell people about when I was going through something. I never gave anyone close to me the opportunity to rise to the occasion to say, wow, I didn't realize you were going through that. I want to help you. And I feel super blessed because the two people I decided to enlist in my corner, they were like, boom, just like right there with me. And I got their permission to use their names. Megan, Jocelyn, thank you so much for coming to my rescue in those moments and really sticking with me. And what was really great about it was then it stopped the cycle. And that's something that's super important. You have to be honest with the people around you. I'm honest with my husband, and when I am, he supports me. And when I'm honest with my family, they support me. But you also have to try to give other people that may be outside of that, close-knit circle, the opportunity to rise to the occasion, and also be prepared that they might not, and that's fine. That's their choice. But you can make a choice too to make them aware. And that's what this is about. It's spreading awareness. So what was nice for me was that although I went from having my rainbow day the one day to having my dark gray the next day, the day after this, I was up to almost my rainbow one again. Spread the awareness. Don't be afraid to discuss what's going on with you with people that are in your life, and realize that, believe it or not, even if they can't relate to that exact situation that you're going through because not having the mental illness, they can still be there. They can still support you. And it's amazing how great you feel when they do. So I look forward to many more rainbow days and having a blanket at the end of the year that has so few of these squares in it and so many more of these. And I can't wait to show you at the end of the year as well. Thanks, guys.